Rugby League can create some popular athletes who can generate cult-like followings. This video covers Rugby League players the streets won't forget. I'm not covering any immortals or players who are highly regarded, including the likes of Andrew Johns, Billy Slater, and other players who are very well known. It's more of a list of players who are great in a specific era in the NRL. However, there's some very famous people on this list. I just don't see them in that category as being such a well-known name in the wider Rugby League world. And that's just my point of view. There are also plenty of other players I could have added to this list, but I've just picked 15 for this video. So in no particular order, let's start off with Chris Sandow. Chris was a pocket rocket and gained a solid fan base since he joined the NRL in 2008. He was a Queensland junior player and played for the South Logan Magpies, and even represented Queensland in the under-17s and under-19s team. Sandow was originally playing for the Gold Coast Titans in their lower grade teams, before being noticed by the Bunnies, and would sign with the club. He'll play 84 games for the Bunnies between 2008 and 2011. Then he would move to the Eels in 2012 and played 75 games there until 2015, where he would leave to join the Wellington Wolves in the Super League, ending his professional career in 2016. Now we have George Rhodes. Nicknamed Gorgeous George, he was a fan favourite, especially with his time at Manly. Basically everyone loved to watch this man play. He played his first grade debut for the Sydney Roosters in 2004 and only played 6 first grade games for the club over 2 seasons. He would then be picked up by Manly in 2006, where he would really gain a cult-like following. He played 129 games for the club until 2013 and would move to the Storm in 2014, only playing 9 games that season. He would play 2015 for the Dragons, racking up 10 games where he would finish his first grade career. Next up, we have Jamal Idris. This friendly giant made his first grade debut for the Bulldogs in 2008 and quite quickly became a fan favourite, with some memorable moments such as his battle with Greg Inglis being a standout in his younger seasons. He played 63 games for the Dogs between 2008 and 2011, then would move to the Titans for 2012 and played 35 games there until 2013. He would then move to the Panthers in 2014, staying there for 2 seasons playing 28 games, and after made an appearance for the Tigers in 2017 5 times. Throughout his glory years, he even represented Australia and the Blues. Now, we move on to Reese Wesson. Nicknamed Reese Lightning, he was an exciting player to watch back in his day. He arrived at the Panthers from Queensland in 1998, and he had a trademark kick return and managed to consistently find the try line. He debuted for the Panthers in 1998 and played a total of 178 games for the club between then and 2008. During this time, he played 4 games for the Queensland Maroons. After he signed with the Panthers, he would move to the Rabbitohs in 2009 and played 41 games between then and 2011, where he ended his first grade career. Next up, we have George Defura. George was known at Manly for his big hits and powerful runs. He was a highly respected player and much loved fan favourite for his time at Manly. He made his first grade debut for Manly in 2012 and made a major impact for the 10 years he played for the club, up until 2022. He would then move to the Super League in that same year of 2022 and played for Wakefield Trinity. Then, in 2023, he moved to the Bradford Bulldogs and still currently plays there. Now, we have Fuifui Moimoi, another hard-hitting edge forward who was a cult hero in his prime. He really shined in his time for the Parramatta Eels, debuting for the club in 2004 and played 201 games for them over 10 seasons until the end of 2014. He then moved to the Super League, signing with the Leigh Centurions for 2 years in 2015 and 2016, playing 25 games total. Then spent 2 years for the Toronto Wolfpack in 2017 and 2018. Then he would spend a few seasons in a 3rd-tier rugby league competition, ending his career in 2022. Next up, we have Nathan Hindmarsh, the tireless workhorse who was a favourite amongst the fans, and still is now with his role in the media. The Parramatta Eels legend made his debut for the club in 1998 and played over 330 first-grade games for them over his career, which ended in 2012, all of them for the Parramatta Eels. During his time on the field, he represented Australia 23 times and played for the Blues 17 times, and also made appearances in the NRL All-Stars, the Prime Minister's 13, and the New South Wales Country team. Next, we have another legendary player, and that's Hazem El Masri. The iconic Bulldogs player played most of his 317 games for the club out on the wing, but he really made his name for himself as being one of the greatest goal kickers to ever play the game. He made his first grade debut in 1996 and played his entire career for the Doggies. He was also well known for his community work outside of rugby league, especially for the younger people. Moving on, we now have Dave Taylor. Known as the Coltrane, he was a beast in his prime, debuting for the Broncos in 2006 and played 49 games for the club until 2009. He then moved to the Rabbitohs in 2010 and played 63 games between 2010 and 2012. And this would end up being his better performing years, representing the Queensland Maroons and Australia during this period. In 2013, he would move to the Gold Coast Titans and played 58 games for them up until 2015. 2016 would see him move to the Super League, playing for the Catalans Dragons. Then he returned to the NRL in 2017, finishing his career for the Canberra Raiders. Now we have Boyd Cordner. Boyd Cordner will be remembered on the field for his leadership, toughness and sportsmanship. He was truly an inspiring player on the field. He debuted for the Roosters in 2011 and played his entire career for the club, totaling at 183 games up until 2020. He unfortunately was forced into an early retirement and had to retire due to head injuries. At the time, he was captain of the Roosters, the New South Wales Blues and Australia. An unfortunate way for a legend to end his career. Next up, we have Willie Mason. Big Willie was a staple in the game for several years, especially at his time with the Bulldogs. He made his first grade debut for the Bulldogs in the year 2000 and played 148 games for the club between then and 2007. He then played 2 seasons for the Roosters and played 40 games in that time. After, in 2010, he played 23 games for the Cowboys and had a stint in the Super League in 2011, but then would return to the Knights in 2012 and played 60 games up until 2014. Then 2015 saw him move to Manly, and after, he finished his career back in the Super League for the Catalans Dragons. Next up, we have Kevin Locke. Nicknamed Nobby, he was a weapon in his prime. He debuted for the New Zealand Warriors in 2009, playing for the club until 2014, totaling at 89 games during this time. He would then spend a couple of years in the Super League, first for the Salford Red Devils, then for the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats. A truly underrated weapon, especially this time with the Warriors. Now, this one might be a bit controversial, because he spent a lot of time in a different sport, but I'm putting Lottie Takiri. Lottie was a multi-coloured athlete, spending half of his career playing rugby league and the other half playing rugby union. But his professional league career started in 1999 for the Brisbane Broncos and played 99 games for the club up until 2002. He would then move to union until 2010, when he returned to league to play for the West Tigers, playing there until 2013, and ending his career for the Rabbitohs in 2014. Next up, we have Matt Bowen. The Cowboys legend was a staple for the club during his career in the NRL, making his debut in 2001 and playing 270 games up until 2013. During this time, he played for Queensland 10 times and represented Australia once. He would finish his professional career for the Wigan Warriors in the Super League in 2015. And finally, we have Scott Prince. The quality half played for several clubs during his time in the NRL, debuting for the Cowboys in 1998, then moved to the Broncos in 2001. 2004 would see him go to the Tigers, and stay there until 2007, when he moved to the Titans, which would be the club he played the majority of his career for, staying with them up until 2012, and playing 124 games. He would finish his career with the Broncos in 2013, and played a total of exactly 300 first grade games. Now that's 15 players in rugby league the streets won't forget. Comment down below some players you would have put on this list. Thanks for watching.